ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So here we are in the brand spank me new Super Conqueror on Steeps, however you want to pronounce it. So anyways, my first match in it, wanted to see what she could do. And I heard from certain players, good, bad, indifferent. I wonder, maybe you guys can fill me in here. I know they have that thing now if you get like this guy. Obviously, he's working on the 260 or 261, whatever that is. The tier 10 prize tank there. He's got the Stug and the T28 tank destroyer and the T55A, and he's working on that last one. Now, how come it doesn't have that by my name? Is it something I just can't see my own? Everybody else can, but I can't, which I think was kind of screwy. But I'm working on the Object 261, and it doesn't show anything on mine, so I was a little confused about that. Uh, and it's the same with this thing right here, this R. That's for being in ranked battles. I've got one of those, and it doesn't show that either. So is it just I can't see mine and everybody else can, or something? But anyways, so my thoughts on the Super Conqueror. Personally, I like it. I like it a lot. I've only had one match in it, but um, every time I got shot in the turret, it just bounce, bounce, bounce. The front lower plate is, typical, pitiful. Everything pens you there. Uh, but you got 10 degrees of gun depression, so utilize it, definitely. And I'll tell you right off the bat, have you ever had one of those matches where you're just such in a zone you don't pay attention to what you're shooting? Well, I took one shot with a premium round in that area where a lot of tank destroyers will go in that bush, and it's on standard rounds, and I get up here, and I get in just a fantastic spot. Thank goodness artillery just didn't sit there and drill me, or I'd have been dead real quick. Um, but I get myself in a position of this IS-7 kind of pissed me off here, because watch this. So he stops, no big deal. But I thought he was going to keep on going around the corner. He waited for me to take the shot. And then he went. Like, you son of a bitch. I've done the same thing. So, anyway, so they're lined up here just like perfectly for me. I'm like, shit, these got those guys over to the right. I'm going to pop up here and you know, just take shots whenever I can get a shot off. So, T110E4, finish him off. Shot him in the commander's hatch there, weak spot. Hit him for 311, knocked him out. And none of these tanks except for the E5. The E5 at first comes up, but he hits me. Where did he hit me? Now I got my paint mod back on here. Let's see. Okay, so the E5, that's crazy. Oh, he hit me right. That's why. He hit me in the upper plate, which is spaced armor. That's why the heat did nothing. I thought the way it went thump, I thought it actually hit me in the turret. So, yeah, spaced armor on the front upper plate works great. Thank God it didn't hit me in the lower plate or I'd have been screwed. But so I get in a position up here. If artillery would have been popping rounds at me, I would have been pretty well probably screwed. Um, so a standard round in the side of a 183 just isn't good enough, I guess. Uh, it's actually got really good pens. Standard round penetration is 259, and I was like, you got to be shitting me. I hit him in the side of his turret. He was angled a little bit, so maybe that's what it was. But I'm just gonna sit here and E100. Oops. I wish I would have had it on there. You can see where I hit him in the green spot, where that green spot is. He was actually facing me when I hit him there, and that standard round bounced. So I'm like, screw it, I'm going back. I'm switching over to premium. So we're up to 1,643 damage, blocked 890, and we've got a kill so far. So far I'm liking it. I love the 10 degrees of gun depression. Aim for his lower track, and I end up, or his lower plate, and end up hitting his track. The T62A on the left puts one into my side. E100 hits me, and let's see where he hit me. I'm just trying to see if, he hit me right there. Did he hit me with an AP? He actually did. It's a freaking miracle. Oh, yep, you can see where it went through the spaced armor, and then went through my turret. Pretty nifty. I was hoping somebody shot me in the spaced armor with a heat shell so I could see how well it, hits the outside and just basically peters out and can't, because it detonates on the outside and does nothing. That's what I was hoping to happen. But so anyways, I'm in just a terrific spot here. The E100, I know enough not to shoot the 183 in the turret there. It ain't going to do nothing. So I'm having trouble going through. I mean, this has got 300 and what, 10, 330, 326 penetration in that round. He must have just angled it perfectly where I couldn't penetrate him. But so we've got the 268 E4, and what else is back there? I'm like, that 183 is screwed. I'm killing him. Oh, it's Type 5 Heavy. But watch this. This is where I should have been paying more attention. I only put two premium shells, or actually one premium shell in his ass, so good. But doesn't even turn his turret towards me. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna free damage. Screw it. I'm gonna sit here and just pound the shit out of him. Those other guys might as well have just stayed right back there, because more likely they would risk shooting and bouncing off the moss and penning me. Well, he didn't even turn his turret towards me. I don't know if he was just tunnel visioning or what, but I've drilled him 4 times in the ass. Gonna put a fifth one in him and finish him off. I'm like, cool, thanks, Moss. Um, that was like almost 2,000 damage, give or take, right there, just on the Moss. But we're up to 3,846. I get hit by Artie here in a second. Bloom. I know he's setting right up here, setting up on that hill right there. So my options are go after artillery, and you can see they're bunched up. The rest of their enemies are pretty much bunched up right there. So do I go after Artie and get 450 damage, or do I go after this plethora of tanks? So I take a blind shot up there, figured probably, hey, you never know, but nothing. And I'm thinking on the way over there, I'm like, I want more damage. I'm a damage hog. I could have went and finished artillery off, but with that many tanks on the left, I mean, that's just a feeding frenzy when I'm kind of come up on their asses. The Super Conqueror on the enemy team from Reddit there, he was smart enough to come back, and he holds me up. So he pops up, he's lit right there. We both put a shot in each other's turrets and just bounces. Let's see. Mm, somebody put one right there. Oh, wow. I got one right there, too. Interesting. I was trying to see where he just shot me, but no such luck figuring that one out. But anyways, so let's check and see if we can find where he hit me there. I should have just left it on. That was it. This one? That must have been this one right here. So it penned the um, hit the spaced armor and just petered out. It's not thick enough to go through the spaced armor and then the upper plate. So yeah, that spaced armor definitely works both on the turret and on the front hull. If they hit you in the lower hull though, really weak. So I back down this little groove, and I'm not going to sit here and just fling round for round and just bounce off each other all day. So I say, screw it, I'm going to stay low. I was just waiting to get hit by Artie. I just thought I was going to get plowed. So I figure I'm going to come over here, because you can see we got a whole group of guys right there. And Artie must have been just trying to spank them or something. That's all I can think. But I figure I'm going to come up here and come up behind him and start trying to put rounds behind, get down there, get behind him and put rounds into him. And, sorry guys, I'm going to pause it for one more second again. How many? So there was two Super Conquerors. I was wondering why here in a sec another Super Conqueror pops up. I was hoping to get a shot off in him, but I was just a little bit too slow. So back up a little bit, because this has got great gun depression. -10. I'm just wanting to use my turret strength, and then there's that other Super Conqueror, so I'm like, all right, cool. Great aim time on this. Put a shell right into his side for 438. I see that 62A over there. I think they, obviously I'm pretty sure they knew I was here, but so here's the other Super Conqueror. So he hits me and ammo racks me, and I'm trying to figure, I wonder if it's this one right here. That's all I can think it is. But anyway, so he ammo racks me. I actually ammo racked him too when he was, or whichever one that is, when he was going straight across that hill there. So I fixed my ammo rack. He shoots me again, knocks my ammo rack out again. This paintball mod is pissing me off. I can't see where he's hitting me to knock my ammo rack out. I already know this one's down here. I saw that. I was already there. So I would like to know. I don't know. I think maybe, well, we don't have artillery, so I don't know what took him out. Somebody, probably E4 268, were able to get a shot off on him. But I'm going to work my way straight across this field. There is the 57 Heavy over there with 183 hit points. Artillery actually, I think, takes him out here in a minute. I saw the 62A heading over this way, and I thought he's going to go for the 57 Heavy because basically 57 Heavy is a one shot for him, and he can take, two shots. So I figured I'm going to get over here, help the 57 Heavy take him out. 57 Heavy wrecks him. So 57 Heavy here in a second. You'll see him get plowed by artillery. I think it was him that gets, yeah, it had to have been him. And boom, there he goes. Yep, bad chat, the artillery. But I got beautiful shots in the back of these guys. So I knocked the 113 out, 162 hit points left. So all that's left is artillery. I've got 448 hit points. I'm thinking, sweet, little revenge on artillery for popping me a little while ago. 448 hit points. This thing has got great turret armor. It's got that upper plate full of spaced armor. He's gonna hit me, maybe if he does, 100 hit points of damage. I'm thinking I am just gonna decimate this guy. So you'll see me loading a HE, excuse me, it's a hash. Yeah, these get the high explosive squash head. So I load a hash because it's got great penetration. So I know I'm gonna one shot him. The IS-4 has 3 kills and I've got 5. So he sends me an invite. So obviously we can get a brothers in arms. I'm thinking, well, I'm the furthest one up here. You can see these guys are quite a ways behind me, and they got a hill to climb. I'm just going to go up here and try at least lighting the guy on the hill. And, if I don't get the kill, no problem. Somebody else get. I already got 5 kills. I didn't care if I got the kill or not. I just wanted to light the guy. And I'm going to watch this on this. Actually, no, we'll go in here. Watch what happens. So he hits me, because obviously he's got better view range than me. And here comes. Boom, just knocked my damn gun out. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I don't wait. That was the mistake I made. And he hit me for 362. I was like, holy crap. And he hit me right in the spaced armor. And it actually went through the spaced armor and penned my turret too. And it's HE, remember. They don't have AP rounds now. So is it that the spaced armor on the side of this is not as strong as this front plate or something? I just don't understand. When that HE shell hit that spaced armor, it should have been done. I can see it doing a little bit of damage, splash damage to me, but I'm thinking, 100, 150 tops. But I mean, 362? Give me a break. How did that even go through the spaced armor? It just doesn't make any sense to me, but it went right through it. I mean, you can see the turret, right here, the yellow splash inside, and there's one on the outside. Just doesn't make any sense. So I'm like, shit. Knocked my gun out. My crew's all stunned, and I'm thinking, okay, just cut to the left, and hopefully, even though at this range, he'll miss me. So I stop, kind of like, haha, and boom, he nails me. I'm like, son of a bitch. So there goes the opportunity for me in the IS-4 to get a brothers in arms. You can see me says fuck, and I messaged him after the match, and I'm like, dude, I am so sorry. And he's like, no, man, I'm sorry. I wish I was. We all knew he was probably up on that hill. I was pre-aimed up there. I just didn't get the shot off quick enough. And I'm like, yeah, I was just trying to light him up. I didn't even think I'd get a shot on him, and I completely missed. But yeah, so that was kind of a pisser. But all in all, I'm telling you, I really like this tank. Spaced armor seems for the most part to work. I still am confused on how a HE shell went through spaced armor and still managed to pen me for, 362. I guess I just doesn't make any sense. That's what spaced armor is supposed to do. It hits the spaced armor, explodes on the spaced armor, and then does a little bit of splash damage to you. And the turret's the thickest thing on this. It's just, I don't know. I'm a little confused. But I spotted him, and you can see I got the spotting assist damage for that. So, and we got 5 kills and did 4,446 damage. So yeah, all in all, I really do like it. Um, yeah, I really do like it. So, anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post game stats. So I'll be all right back. Well, that's the results of that match. First thoughts of the Super Conqueror. I like it, but it seems like he gets ammo racked a lot. I don't know. It seemed like every time I got hit in the hull, I got ammo racked. And I looked at the other one that I shot in the side there when he was cutting across the hill there, and I looked and I actually ammo racked him. So, anyways, I do like it. I don't know what the hell that Moss was thinking, but he just sat there, and then stupid me, I looked down, I'm like, oh man, I put like 3 rounds into him that were premium rounds in his ass. Excuse me. So I flicked it over to standard rounds real quick, and the very end there, I was just trying to get a light on that artillery for anybody to take out, myself or whoever included. The who was that? Batshit. I'm not sure. Somebody. Oh, IS4 threw me an invite real quick at the very end there, and we would have got a brothers in arms. But I'm thinking, oh man, with the nerf on Artie, he'll never kill me. I still had a couple hundred hit points left, and first, he got his shot off before I could, obviously, because he's artillery and I'm not. I'm in a heavy, so he's gonna have better view range. So he got a shot off, took my damn gun out and my frickin' gunner, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I think it took my track off too. So I'm just sitting there with a bobbling gun and I couldn't even shoot. And then when I was able to shoot, I popped around real quick and the bloom was so huge, it didn't even come close to him. And I think I repaired the shit, started moving real quick, and stopped and started moving, just trying to get him to shoot and miss, and because it's the autoloader one there. And I know he had just killed the tank right before that, so I thought, okay, even if he was fully loaded, that's one shot he took at the other guy and killed him a few seconds ago. He just hit me, so he's either got one shot left or two, and unlucky me. But it was still a good match. We had a hell of a team. I did 4,446 damage, got 5 kills. Base experience on that was 1278. But I mean, we had an E4 do 6,200, Type 5 Heavy, 5,900, IS7 2,800, 57 Heavy, 2,000. The IS4 17. I mean, look at this. Every single one of us except for one IS7 at least got a shot of damage, and he got 2 shots off, but didn't hit an air pen anything. The other team had pretty good, setup too. Super Conqueror on the enemy team did 42.08. IS4 44. I mean, it was a good matchup. That was a very well fought match. That was a Master Badge Class 1. Fire for effective, I can talk. Fighter, sharpshooter, master gunner, and a bruiser. And I like this where I got 17 of those bonds, so I'm able to start really, adding them up. I think you get them for every tier, but the smaller the tier, the less you get on a win or whatnot. So that's still kind of nice, though. I mean, it used to be you could only get them in tier 10s in, that thing like that campaign thing they have going on. Uh, whatever battles, something or other battles. But now it's nice because everybody's able to get them. So I'm gonna keep saving those up. It's gonna take a while. I mean, I did what was that 4,000 some odd hundred damage, and I only got 17 of them. But still, you play 40, 50 matches. That's gonna add up. And then I'll be able to buy one of those super awesome gun rammers or something, for one of the tanks. But anyways, so we hit the 113 once for 162, finished him off, knocked out his gunner. E100 hit him once for 113, finished him off, knocked out his track. Spotted him, he got hit for 442. Bounced a shot from the IS-7. The Moss there that I don't know if he didn't know I was behind him, shooting him in the ass, or I don't know what his deal was. But anyways, did 1,915 damage to him, knocked out his engine, and finished him off. Super Conqueror on the enemy team. He's from Reddit. He's pretty damn good. And that guy was from Guns. They're actually a pretty good clan. So he was just more concerned about the guy in front of me. I guess maybe he's tunnel visioning. I don't know. But we hit him for 438. Knocked out his ammo rack, bounced two of his shells for 800. Yeah, if you get hit in the turret on this, yeah, it's got a hell of a turret, but the front lower plate, easy cheesy to go through. And it seems like you get ammo racked every time they hit you. T110E5 hit him twice for 856. Knocked out his loader, bounced one of his rounds for 400, and originally spotted him. 183, put two shots into him for 651, finished him off. D4, put a shot into him for 311, finished him off. And there's the artillery. Once I spotted him, he got hit for 490. I even had an HE shell loaded just for him. And I originally spotted him. I knew earlier in the match he was up there because I had gotten hit by artillery, so I knew exactly where he was setting. But I thought I'm going to forego chasing after him because I could go to the left where I did and get more damage. I ended up getting like 2 more kills doing that. So we did 4,446 damage, 5 kills. Base experience was 1278, so pretty darn good on that one. We had 23 shots, 19 hit, 13 pen. Again, total damage 44, 46. Distance of more than 300 meters was 438. I wonder if I got a blind shot in there. At the very beginning, I always take a shot right in that bush because this always seems like somebody's sitting there. T110E4, where was he at? Was he that? No, he was the lower road. I'll have to watch and just kind of pay attention. Man, I might have went and just did nothing, but anyway, so we got hit 11 times, 7 penetrated, 4 bounced for 1,690 damage, blocked by armor. Spotted 2, damage 7, destroyed 5. Damage with our assistance was 932. Made 68,474 credits. All in all, we made 24,185 credits and 17 bonds. Not too frickin' shabby with a tier 10, and I shot several. I think I had 1 premium round left, so I shot at least 12 premium rounds and still came out on top. I got a premium account, but still, I came out on top and made a decent, not a decent, but an all right, better than being in a negative for shooting premium rounds. But yeah, I mean, I like it. I was a little bit shocked. I knew they were doing this to the the Super Conqueror had this cool armor, but I got looking, and also the Conqueror does the tier 9, and I did not realize that until I got looking at it. It also has the same get up for the armor on the turret. And I think, does this have better hull armor? 152. No, it's almost identical actually. 254 on the turret armor on the front, and this has got 250, 279. But the hull armor is both 152 on both of them. I like the Conqueror. That's an awesome tank to play. So it's kind of nice having that spaced armor there. I mean, obviously it seems to work. Every time I got hit in the front, it didn't. Whatever hit me didn't go through. Yeah, so I really do like it. Guns pretty darn good. 259 standard pen, 326 with premium, which is APCR, which is awesome. 120 for your HE, but is this high? Yeah, this is a STL1 high explosive. It's still a high explosive, and it's not the high explosive squash head like your Hesh round. It's kind of like in the middle, so you get a higher penetration. It's not down there at 60 or 80. It's up there at 120. So your heat rounds excuse me, HE rounds penetrate a little bit further, so they're going to do a little more damage. 400 average damage, standard premium, and 515 for your HE. Average damage per minute is 2,759. What do we got here? What else? It's got a fast reload, 7.18 seconds. Turret rotation, your turret traverse is 3489, and your hull is 2835. So she spins all right. Gun depression's awesome at negative 10 plus 15. Aim time on mine with everything I've got, brothers in arms and whatnot, it's 1.83. I also went with the vertical stabilizers versus gun land drive, just because it keeps your bloom so much smaller, like 20. I think it's 20%, right? Yeah, 20% smaller as you're moving, and so when you come to a stop, it's already shrunk down 20%. It's a no-brainer. If you can put that on there, you want that on there. Gunland drive's good if you don't have an option for a vertical stabilizer. And I went with gun rammer and vents. Dispersion's point 0.3, which is really good. Average damage per minute for me is 3,342. Stock's like 2 something, I think. 2759. Get 2,400 hit points. Hull armor's 152 in the front, 279 on the turret. On the hull, 101 on the side, and 88 on the turret. And in the keister, it's 38 in the hull, 69 on the turret. It's a sweet looking frickin' tank. I mean, I really like it. The 215B, I put my camo back on there, and now it is HD, which is pretty sweet looking tanks. Yeah, I mean, I like this. Got decent stats in it. I really do like it a lot. I wish it had a little more better gun depression, -7, but I think it's because it's a rear-mounted hull. But it seems like if you flipped it around and had your turret facing the ass, it should give you the full like 10 degrees because you don't have the the hull in the way up here. I ran the, oops, let's go back here and finish this off real quick. Sorry about that. Weight is 77.8 tons, so, ram into whatever you can. 950 horsepower motor. Specific power to weight is 12.21. It's all right. You'll get it to your 34.3, and you'll maintain it pretty good. Concealment 6.62, which is actually not bad for heavy. View range is really good for 435, considering I didn't use nods or coated optics or anything, and signal range is 818. Yeah, I do really like it. Just real quick, I did run the stage 2 now, and you get 20 shells. Also, your traverse for the gun is 90 degrees, so you can actually aim it straight across like this and straight across like this. Really nice, versus where before you could only aim it like that, so you had to come all the way around a corner to shoot at stuff. And you also have a hell of a lot more rounds, but still got 14 millimeters of turret armor, and your hull's only 76. So everything that hits you, I'd say about 99.9% of the time is going to pen you. I put the new gun on the Conway. Went with the Derpage gun. Still kept actually very good penetration at 260 for AP. You get Hesh rounds with this one, which is 200, and I don't know what it is, but this gets 200, and like your 183 gun gets 230, I think it is. Yeah, 230, and whatever it is, it's at 30. Oops, where'd she disappear to? That 30 millimeters of penetration makes a world of difference between that Hesh round really doing much of shit or doing 150 damage. I had a match in this, hit a couple things in the front where with the 183, and also it's a caliber. This isn't a 183, obviously. This is a, well, BL 5.5 inch. I have no clue what size gun that is, to be honest with you. It's good. With this new one, you hack off about 600 average damage with your standard. If you have something lightly armored, you're going to do an average damage of 770 with the Hesh round. But like I hit, I can't remember what it was. Oh, a 183. Kind of in the side. He was at an angle as he was cutting across in front of me, and I did like not even 200 hit points of damage on him. So I wasn't very pleased with that. So just 30 millimeters of pen really makes a difference. And let's just scan through here real quick. Just trying to see any other ones that they... Oh, yeah, I was a little bit shocked when I didn't know anything about this going on when I read the release notes. I had the T71DA, but now they have a T71 CMDA? CMCD. So I went ahead and bought it because I just always want to have all the tanks in the garage. I only took it out for one match real quick. Haul's butt. Gun's actually pretty decent. Standard pen 145, premium is 210 with its heat, which I really hate, but oh well. 150 average damage, got a 3.8 second reload. Cooks right along. You get 100 or 840 hit points. It's a tier 7. First match I had, and it was real crappy. I was trying to go up on a hill on one of the maps where all your lights and mediums usually go, and I thought I was going to get up there first. I come around the corner, got around just around where there's a rock to the left, and I cut it wide because I saw tank destroyers heading up the hill. There was a Bat Chat 12T already up there. There was like 7 tanks on the hill already, and I got just decimated. So yeah. Trying to think of any other things. Oh, if you have the if I can find it here in a minute. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to go. Oh, yeah, and like some of these tanks here, the Tier 10 light tanks, you got more ammunition now. Um, so that's kind of nice. And I know they changed some of the parameters of the tanks themselves. Okay. I'm looking for one tank in particular, and I think I'm coming up on it here pretty soon. Too many tanks. Where is that little shit? Um, oh yeah, and like your Centurion, the FV-4202, the Caernarvon got a new gun. Does 280 average damage now, which is nice. I don't think it did 280 average damage. I think it did 220 before. And it's got better pen, 220 standard, 252 premium, get APCR. They toughened up the turret. It's 254 turret armor now, 130 millimeters of hull armor. A little bit slower if I remember right. We're going to come across that other one I wanted to show you real quick. A lot of people probably just bought it, if I can find it. There it is, 59 patent. You now have 212 standard penetration, and they left the heat gear premium at 250, but it's nice now. 212, you can actually shoot standard rounds in pen stuff. It was 180 or 181 before, and I'd say 7 out of 10 times I would just bounce around. Yeah, that's about it. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I'll see you on the battlefield.